And we're also going to go to our exclusive right now with the parents of Jordan McNair. He's a University of Maryland football player who died after suffering an apparent heat stroke during practice. We'll hear from them in a moment, but first, ABC's Zachary Keish is here with the latest. Good morning, Zachary.
Good morning, Michael. You know, it's still hard to make sense of it all. Perhaps it's just a glance at the cutthroat, brutally competitive world of college sports. Many saying the coaches are paid millions to win at all costs and the kids chasing their dreams, and for some, a potential payday caught in the balance. As the University of Maryland football team gears up for their season to begin in a matter of weeks, one thing is for certain. 19-year-old offensive lineman Jordan McNair won't be taking the field.
We have an individual hyperventilating after exercising and unable to control their breath.
McNair, a full-ride scholarship athlete recruited to attend the state's flagship university, died in May after collapsing during off-season conditioning drills. McNair was running sprints when he had to be helped off the field by teammates. According to family, his body temp was 106 degrees when he arrived at the hospital, where he died 15 days later. This week, the school's president saying the university accepts moral and legal responsibility for mistakes that led up to the death. The university parting ways with the assistant coach running practice that day and putting head coach DJ Durkin on leave. Also announcing an independent investigation into the football program. A recent ESPN report citing current and former players says the program flourished on a, quote, toxic culture based on fear and intimidation. But Wednesday, an upbeat interim coach, Matt Canada, defended the team's culture.
Our culture right now is great. Our culture right now is awesome. Our kids are excited to practice, excited to play. At times, are we grieving for Jordan? We are. But our culture right now is really, really good.
Jordan's family have created a nonprofit organization in their son's name, one that hinges on education and advocacy in hopes of preventing heat-related illnesses like the one that apparently took their son's life from happening to anyone else. Michael, back over to you.
Thank you, Zachary. And I am joined now by Jordan's parents, Tanya Wilson and Martin McNair, along with their lawyer, Hassan Murphy. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning, what I know is a tough time for you. And so how are you guys holding up?
Day by day.
Day by day.
Yeah.
Which is best as you can expect.
As best as I can hold up, as we both can hold up.
And Martin, I mean, you said your child is to college. He's training, and he's 19 years old. He's a healthy kid. When you heard that this happened, and right away, do you think that the training staff, the coach, were responsible? It should have been a little bit more showed a little bit more precaution in how they treated Jordan.
Michael, to be honest, you know, when we initially got the call, it was more of a call about a seizure, and here was a kid that was healthy for 19 years. This was the first time he was in the hospital since he was born. Never missed a practice, worked hard every day at all games, never missed a game, never missed a practice. So initially it was kind of hard to understand or wrap our minds around, you know, the severity of a heat stroke, which we initially didn't know what it was.
And we've heard reports about an alleged toxic culture there at the school. And Tanya, I'd like to ask you, do you think, is that true? And if so, do you think that played a role in Jordan's death?
If it's true, yes. Jordan was the type of person that he would give his all, he would give his best because someone asked him to do something. He will always give it his all. And so for him to, he wouldn't have stopped. He wouldn't have stopped, because if that's the culture, then he didn't want to be called these names and things that they say that they, you know, that they've been called. But
Michael, there's no doubt that there was a toxic culture there, and the toxic culture is what led to them to push Jordan beyond what his body could tolerate. It pushed them to look at him as being exhausted and out of shape, to curse at him as he was literally failing. That's toxic.
You know, and I've grown up in that. I mean, that's you know, how I ended up here in a lot of ways, is through something like that. And it is a sign where you don't want to show weakness, and you want to push yourself. You don't want to look at like the one who can't keep up with everyone there. And so I don't think of any fault of Jordan, that he did the best that he could. And what should be expected, and I think that's what he wanted to make you proud. And the strength and conditioning coach has resigned. Rick Court, he resigned. The head coach, DJ Durkin, he's on administrative leave. Do you guys think he should resign as well?
Yes, absolutely. He shouldn't be able to work with anybody else's kid. You don't send your kid away to college, Michael. You send your kid away to college for them to be developed into young people, and that's physically, emotionally, spiritually, and just teach these people, teach our young kids, or our young people that we work so hard to get there, to, hey, I'm giving my child to you. Keep him safe. And they did anything but that, so of course he should be fired.
And the university has started some safety measures saying that they will make sure that this never happens to another kid again and to another family. But you guys have not stopped as well. You've started a foundation. So what is your goal with your foundation?
Well, the Jordan McNair Foundation was established to promote education, awareness, and prevention of heat-related illnesses, stop the bullying, to learn a child to learn their body, student athletes to learn their body. I ask everybody, especially all parents, please go to the JordanMcNairFoundation.org, contact us, because this particular injury isn't something that just happened to Jordan. This happens all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to thank you all for joining me, Tanya, Martin, Hassan.
Thank you.
And Jordan seems like a very extraordinary young man.
All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Yep.
Robin.
Thank you, Michael. We appreciate Jordan's parents being here.